Welcome back from Mentor English. Today, the topic is what functions can a literary text fulfill? We will discuss the functions by in a series, point to point or point by point. So, let's discuss the question. And before going further, I would like to request you that we have another channel, Mentor Urdu, Murshid Urdu, for the services of Urdu, national language, and Jamia Darul Shakul Islam for the services of Surf, Nahab, Fiqh, Mantiq, Usul al Fiqh, and philosophy. And Mentor English Professor M. A. Raza, from whom I'm delivering this particular lecture on what functions can a literary text fulfill. The previous let's start the answer. The previous discussion focused on the role of social functions for text that belonged to non-literary genres. Yeah, it is comparatively easier to relate the features of such text on the basis of their social function, since the text belong to immediate social situation and have to an extent define purposes in a given social context. The question then arises for the text that are not related to social life and fall in the domain of literary genres. Thus, for literary genres such as poetry, novels, and plays, how can we determine the textual functions? So this is the particular discussion or your opening of your answer, and or the basic briefing of the answer. Now we are going to further define it. So let's do it. This question is difficult to answer since a particular literary text may be written keeping in mind a variety or variety of purposes by the author. However, there are a few observations that we can make regarding the nature of all literary genres. The foremost features about them is that they have no direct relations with our immediate social life. This is primarily because there is no worldly social context existent in such texts, since they are removed from the immediate social context. Such texts are not governed by the immediate social constraints and conventions. They can, however, exist as a mere representation of the social world and provide us with alternate ways to express ourselves. Let me repeat these two lines. They are much important to understand this particular answer. This is primarily because there is no worldly social context existent in such text, since they are removed from the immediate social context. Such texts are not governed by the immediate social constraints and conventions. They can, however, exist as mere representations of the social world and provide us with alternate ways to express ourselves. The removal from social context allows writers of literary genres to make peculiar or distinct uses of language and break the norms and convention of language for making readers experience certain intended emotions. The effect of such usage might be different on each individual due to their own background, experiences, and personal attitudes. Such language use may provide us as individuals an escape from the social boundaries of life and experience emotions in our own way. The function of literary language thus is not socializing but individualizing. Verdonk 2014. Now we have briefly discussed the answer, and we are going to emphasize it more with some particular examples. The very fact that non-literary Non-literary texts have their meaning derived from their context of occurrence makes the significance of such language as temporary. In contrast, the imaginary context of a literary generates text generates generates a feeling of constancy. Consequently, in the light of this discussion, the synchronizes and ignitions of language use carry more important in literary texts than everyday language use due to its capacity to arouse, satisfy, or disappoint or emotional experiences. Therefore, stylistic helps describe or explaining a particular literary text. It can explain the principles underlying the choice made by the writer author of the text. As explained earlier, the goal of stylistic analysis is to study the style of a text, which can be further used to achieve the following. Point number one, the analysis of a literary work can be aimed to showcase the individualistic style of an author through which the writer stands out and is known for that peculiar style. Writers may possess writer may possess or adopt a unique style that may reflect their individual idiosyncrasies. Famous authors are known for their individualistic style, such as Shakespearean style or style of Charles Dickens. It is difficult to identify all features of an author's work, but the focus of analysis can pertain to the identification and interpretation of peculiar and salient aspects of an author's style. It can be used to highlight the choice made by an author to make a text stands out or reflect the requirements of a domain. A text can be made different through some drastic deviations from the norms of language and genres. The deviations can be studied by making comparison with the commonly used genres, convention, and language variation to see how an author makes his her work noticeable. Next point, the very important point number three, the style could also be analyzed to point to the time to which a text belongs and can be used to highlight certain characteristics peculiar to that time, such as the Victorian era or style of Old English. This type of analysis account for the features common to a particular group of people at a particular point in time. Careful attention is required in this regard to the selection criteria in order to generalize the language habits to that particular group Point number four, a stylistic analysis may be conducted to highlight the use of a language in a particular social context or situation. Instead of exploring the peculiar or peculiarities of a language, use this type of analysis focus more on the effectiveness of the language used. It aims to analyze how well a text fulfill its intended purpose through the careful choice of language forms and structures. At point five, we can use it the metaphorical style, or pardon me, at point five, fifth point, we can definitely use metaphysical poetry or metaphysical writing or beyond the limit writings. That is our point fifth. So that due to might be my composer had missed the point fifth, but you understand that metaphysical style or the written style beyond the limits. because we cannot merge it with the Gothic literature. So let me make it clear, the genre beyond the limits. Okay, so now sum up it with the particular sequences. A stylistic analysis could focus on various levels of linguistic analysis, including including graphological, syntactics, lexico, semantic, pragmatics, and discourse. It can study various figures of speech as well as organizational patterns of text to analyze the style. The upcoming chapter provide ways of analyzing text through these techniques or tools. So before allowing you to put your raise your hand in a Zoom app, criticism on a stylistic, that will be our next topic, inshallah. So we will particularly do the criticism on stylistic, inshallah, in our next topic. Now I'm going to allow your mics to speak and raise hands. Alliance, I'm giving you, but let me close this closing remarks for my channel. Let me go now. And yeah, I'll don't text me for 10 to 20 seconds. I'm going to end credits for my channel, because this lecture will be available on Mentor English Professor M. Raza for reread, re-watch and re-listen. So just give me 20 seconds to close the credits. So rewatcher, dear subscriber, must subscribe and hit the bell icon, and before going, say with me, do something more for humanity, do something more for knowledge and practices. Have a good day. Now raise your hands in a sequence and send me your questions. First, okay, 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 okay.